But in some ways it's interesting, isn't it? You played much better in the game you lost on Tuesday, and today it got better in the second half, but still, a point.
Yeah, it's I mean, we didn't play very well today. I think, you know, we sort of showed flashes, but nowhere near enough. The first half was poor. We relied on a fumble, if you like, from them, an error from them that we pushed them into, and it was a good finish, but we couldn't really say we deserved to be ahead. I thought we were off the pace, and you sometimes get that. You know, that's the going away to the top of the league. There was a lot of energy spent emotionally and physically and mentally on Tuesday night. Long trip back, and I just thought he showed them one or two today. Unfortunately, I didn't. I couldn't. Not as much. I didn't change it. I relied on the lads to get through, and they did. You know, you have to roll your sleeves up and get through it, and that's what we did. And you have to, you know, be fair to them. I don't think they probably deserved to be up in the first half. The second half they did much better, and really we've had to rely on Matt to keep us in it. But having said that, you know, we could have had our final ball been a little bit better. We could have won it, but I don't think we deserve to win it, but I certainly don't think we deserve to lose it either. You've
mentioned Matt Duke there. He got the sponsors man of the match. A string of good saves. We've seen him throughout the season, even if on Tuesday it was a bit of a bad one for all the defensive players.
That's the interesting thing. You know, he was at fault on Tuesday, Matt. It's the first one to hold his hand up. And today we've got senior players at fault, and before that we were looking at the younger ones. And that's what you get when you're in our situation. You do get. So you do get normally reliable players making mistakes, and that's just the willingness to want to do well, and to want to get up the table. And sometimes you can try that a little bit too hard. I know I've mentioned that before, but I just felt today we lacked that energy that we normally have, and you know we did match them up second half. We went to try and win the game. It was a basketball match, very entertaining, I'm sure, but. Those were the games last year where we won because we had a set play. We had more size in the team, but at this moment in time we are where we are, and we dug out a result against a team that, you know, the last time we played these we beat them and we went to Wembley. So what it does is it shows that that both teams are, you know, anybody can beat anybody on the day, and it was very important, particularly after Tuesday, that we didn't get beat.
You mentioned energy levels and things like that. Was that the reason for taking off Norris, who'd otherwise scored 3 and 3? He continues to impress in front of goal.
Yeah, he did. I didn't think he played very well today, Luke. But he scored a great goal. And I saw him limp, and I saw him, you know, look towards me. So I wasn't sure whether he was. You know, these young boys are finding out about their bodies as well. You know, they've never done three games in a week before at this level. Football league level, and it does take its toll. You know, Stuart wasn't as bright as what he was on Tuesday, but that's what they're here for, to gain experience. And I thought again, the pair of them, it's a steep learning curve for the football league, and I thought the pair of them acquitted themselves reasonably well.
Is there a chance, do you think, of getting the striker in for next week to give Norris a bit of help?
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt he needs it. I think, you know, everybody in the dog can see it. I can certainly see it, but I don't want to get the wrong one. I want to get the right one.
So is it players who seem to be available and now not available for last week, looking at last week?
Well, without going into too much detail, they are available, but we've got to get them at the right price for the club they're coming out of, and the right price that they're coming out, you know, for us. We'll get there. We'll create chances. And what we've got to do is score them. I think we're digging out results at the minute. You know, we found a way on Tuesday to snatch defeat out the jaws of victory, and today we've managed to get back in the game after not playing very well. And clearly there's work to do, but you know, we are slowly but surely getting there. A point today is another point on the table. Not great, but there'll come a time where, as I've said before, you know, I think I've said this, we'll play a lot worse and end up winning. And today was one of those days where we do play a lot worse, and you hope that we get more out of it. But a point's a point, and we go onward now to Plymouth next.
Ish gave you something from the bench, but as I think you feared, teams might be targeting him a little bit.
It's an atrocious foul, really. Not only has he jumped across him, but then stood on him afterwards. But you know, it doesn't matter, because Ish has got to be able to deal with that. if I was a terrific player and I was getting kicked, you look at all the when the boys do the little bits in the programme, who's got the most skills, they all say Ish. But it's the other side of it for me. It's that smiling and getting up. When Lionel Messi gets kicked, he takes it as a compliment. When Ronaldo gets kicked, he takes it as a compliment. I'm not saying that Ish is in that category. If he was, clearly he wouldn't be here. But he certainly has got something that's different, and he is a spark. And for a little spell there, he looked like he was going to be the one that was going to make a change. But that aside, we managed to get something today, which was very important for us.